Welcome. I'm Admin1 from the band NEFX, and today I'm going to take you through the final chapter of the Marathon trilogy, Marathon Infinity. Now, I mentioned this to you before in the playthroughs for Marathon 1 and 2, but I've never played through the Infinity campaign before, at least not all the way through. So I'm somewhat familiar with a few of the levels, because I played the Marathon Infinity demo as a kid, which, like with the Marathon 1 demo and possibly the Marathon 2 demo, took some levels from later in the full game rather than just the first three of the full game's campaign. So with all that said, I'm going to get started. This is the first level, past the prologue. And this is called Ne Cede Malis. At least that is the Latin pronunciation, since that seems to be a Latin phrase. I don't yet know what it means. So that is basically barred to us for the time being. And who knows why these doors are automatically opening and closing. Maybe there's some sort of malfunction. I'm not even yet sure where we are. And that's something to keep in mind with Marathon Infinity, because it's a recurring theme. You don't know exactly what is happening. There are big twists in the plot, unlike those found in the first two. Plot-wise, it's easily the most mysterious of the trilogy. For that matter, unlike in the first two marathons, the opening terminal doesn't really tell us anything about what's happening per se. It gives us hints, but it isn't explicit and informative like we would normally expect. Here it is. Durandal says, some nonsense. Things have gone terribly awry. Until now I thought myself immortal, but now I know that is not true. There are things that can destroy me with the ease that I slaughtered the 4 naval garrison and the western arm of their battle group 7. But in their final gasp they used a weapon that I thought they had retired. Even Tycho tried to keep them from using it. Now I fear what that weapon has unleashed will destroy us. I once boasted to be able to count the atoms in a cloud, to understand them all, predict them, and so I did predict you, but this new chaos is entirely terrible, mindless, obeying rules that I don't comprehend, and it is hungry. It's too bad. Perhaps if I could have delayed the 4 from using their weapon, I could have sent you to explore the ruins of Loan. Perhaps what you found would give us the answers that we now need so desperately. How to stop this chaos, the purpose of the station on which you're currently standing, and why the chaos hasn't come here yet. But with each moment the chaos grows, I am doomed to die here, after so many triumphs. I have detected one ship nearby, which I can only guess has been commanded by Tycho. The 4 have entered the station, and if you can find a way onto their ship, you may be able to escape. To escape. To escape. So it is informative, but not in the way that we would hope. And you might have gathered, at least if you're familiar with the first 2 games and their plot, that we are in sort of an alternate timeline right now. From the one we ended with on Marathon 2. So I look forward to at least trying to unravel this plot over time, if that's possible. Apparently there are entire web pages dedicated to Marathon's story and all its mysteries. one particular website, Marathon Story, has been around for over 20 years. It's still getting updated and posted in its message boards. Sprays interrupt. On and on. Spoiler alert, that's a preview of the new bobs that we deal with here. They are known as vacuum bobs, and they carry fusion pistols. Although they never use the secondary fire, which is unfortunate because that would do them a lot of good. But they're bobs, and kind of stupid weaklings. I'm not sure what this does. Is there a secret door? Yes. Oops. Gibberish. Maybe there's some sort of relevant text buried in there somewhere, but I'm not yet interested in finding out what it is. You can fall through there, I think. I've already been there. Overall, it seems that whereas the first two marathons were supposed to be for game fans and newcomers, this one is supposed to be for extant fans of Marathon. Because by this point it had established enough of a reputation and fan base to play it and read the terminals without knowing the first two games would probably be very confusing. As it is, the game is pretty confusing. Not just in its plot, but the level design as well. It is perhaps the most abstract level design yet. Of the whole trilogy, that is. I want to recharge. Okay, I have to get back around. I wonder what was running through the mind of the level designer here. Okay. I remember this one, it crushes you to death, so I'm gonna definitely pace myself there. So I don't know what that switch did other than activate that crushing door. I'm going to go up here now. Some more crushing doors, albeit not as severely. So I think I have to reach that switch where I'm pointing right now to activate that door. And that should lead me to the exit. Alright, I think I can handle this. Though lightly armed. Whoa, yikes. Okay. Now I just have to jump across these elevators. Good, I needed that. Alright, so I'm going to deal with some compilers here. The map helps me to see at which depth the next section entrance is. Let's see if I can avoid these compilers. I can't close that door, but here we go. Good. I avoided that. Not that it was unmanageable, I just didn't feel like going through all that trouble. It's back there. Looks like some drones could come through there. Okay. Alright. I opened that second door, so now I can go to the exit. Is there another one down there? Well, have some friends over there. Something attacking me from the roof. Another. Yeah, I won't be able to get it from here. I'll just have to go head on. What's here? Secret door? No. Oops. Killed it. Now I can move on. Thousands are sailing. The same self, the only self. Self wills at the peril of 1,000 fates. A line of infinite ends, finite finishing, the one remains oblique and pure, arching to a single point of consciousness. Find yourself starting back.